I'm just gonna pick Poe because I'm lazy. Yeah, let's do that. Max Curse Poe in the library. How does he go here? Oh, look, he still wins. I don't want to go bird, so let's go knife. I don't want to reroll. That Garlic still kills stuff. Yeah, Spellbender's good. Tiragisu. I don't want any of those. Let's reroll it. Hey, look, I used a reroll finally. Handle seems fine. Yeah, let's grab a track. Oh, a Bible. I will get it again. A tractor will help us get it early. Should really change my title to Max Curse, but I don't think it matters. Only 40 minutes. Really need extra candle yet, so let's just take the garlic since the enemies are probably going to get stronger against the curse. I like the freezing thing. I feel like I kill less when they're not moving. I should probably just gently head left as well. On the tome and then just camp that spot. Spinch. We're missing from damage. Race a Candace Spellbind, Track of Duplicator. No, I didn't even know it was on. I'm not actively staying away from spoilers. Wait, I'm passively staying away from spoilers, not active, I guess, I don't know. I'm not hunting down information, I'm not aggressively staying off social media and stuff. If I find something out, I find something out. I'm not, you know. I mean, I'm probably not going to play it it was sort of an impulse pre-order. I still haven't even played Dark Souls 3 yet. Oh, really? That doesn't sound very good. I think they would have tested that first. Wow, that's really bad. What was the deal? Like, did they just want to have a beefier machine than... I try to get the beefiest machine available. And then it wasn't working. Like, did they have it at a live event? Ah, okay, so they actually had to have a machine on site. I wonder with stuff like that, right? I just don't, yeah, it just makes zero sense why any of that should have even been a problem. Like, you can test the stuff. You don't even need to have that, just literally test the thing. You know, like it's a computer. You can test it off site before you, like, once it's set up. You know, like, you literally can turn it on and test it. It's not. Issues didn't manifest about 30, 45 minutes in. Well, but OBS not streaming, that would have been like an instant, yeah? Hey Dartha, how you doing? PvP was laggy and they were LAN. Well, is the game capable of doing so that, yeah, that's game dependent as well, whether you can connect locally for PvP or both of you have to connect via wherever the server is, or if the game peer-to-peers you. That's been a common misconception from in PvP ever since computers could be connected. Was that why is it when I PvP against someone in my house it's so bad? It's like because you're both connecting to the server, which is not in your house. You're not actually connecting directly to the person. Some games you do, in which case then it should be fine because the connection should be running at very, very, very low latency. Yeah, I don't know, Dartha. I don't get the vibes, but I'm not really a audio dude. Quite often miss a lot of little things like that, and people be like, ba 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 ba. I'm like, I've never noticed. I miss a lot. Can I blame my bad eyesight for that? Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Need another weapon slot. Garlic knives, Bible, Santa water. Why do I need another weapon spot? Where's my tome? I don't die, Panz. Push the knife stuff. Just help me clear a path and kill bosses. Just camp here until we get Bible evolved. It's still a bit rough when Bibles go down. If you had a co-op, you could see $10 price, more content for sure. I wouldn't pay extra for a co-op. But that's definitely an individual sort of position, like it can be a detractor too for, I know it is, not so much a detractor for me, but if I'm iffy on a game, like I'm like on the fence, and people are saying it's definitely worth it for the co-op, that's usually the thing that'll be like, yeah, okay, I wasn't sure, now I'm going to move on, because I don't co-op, so I'm going to miss out on that, and I sort of think if it's only worth it, now this game wouldn't only be worth it for the co-op, it definitely does fine, but I wasn't on the fence about this one. I'm like, oh yeah, $3, I'll pick it up. I enjoyed what it looked like. But yeah, if I was on the fence and a lot of the good points were about the co-op, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm missing out on that. So if that's where the money value is, then I'm not going to get that. Then it's not it for me. It'd have to be couch. Netcode isn't easy or cheap. I mean, it's freely available, so both easy and cheap. Couch co-op would be interesting though, because you'd have screen space. That I like the couch co-op restriction of screen scroll lock when players go too far apart from each other. No burb, no. Oh, interesting. still don't know what I want. I'd probably go axes. Armor? No, armor's a bottom slot, right? Huh. I don't really want Ice Lancer though. Go hang out for Bone. Or Cherry Bomb. I wonder if Cherry Bomb's available now. I'll probably even take Blue Wand. And you have 2 apples. And give 1 to your friend. Student, what do you have left? Student, friend. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to imagine having an apple because like there's some in the fridge and you know I've had those before. So like I can just, you know, that one, I don't have to try for that one. Yeah, but yeah, the friend one. What's this? Free end? I guess that depends on the student, right? Same scenario. You have a teacher. Imagine having an apple and splitting it with a friend. What do you have? The student possibly could rightfully be upset and say, why are you making me imagine I have friends? I think I don't have my own friends. What are you trying to say about me? Teacher gets reprimanded and has to publicly apologize to the student for insinuating that they don't have friends. Breaking news. Local teacher uses position of authority to embarrass and bully student. Yeah, that seems like it'd be newsworthy these days. Critical friend theory. Followed up by telling the students that they're going to get beat up. Announced in front of the class they're going to get beat up by the bully after school on the way out the gates. And then when it doesn't happen, they'll say, well, the only reason it didn't happen is because I called the bully out and stopped you from a beat up. If I hadn't said anything, they definitely would have beat you up. They hang out there every day after school. Bully's like, where I wait for the be picked up. Maybe it is wand. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we take. Looking out for Bone or Cherry Bomb because I think it'd be fun watching Poe throw out his bones or cherry bombing stuff, but I think largely it doesn't matter. I want to evolve the Bible, so I'm not taking the knife. How many you made on Joel Oliver's show? Nice. Did you rip them a new one? Yeah, I think the Cherry Bomb's a nice little addition, yeah. 100%. I know I say take anything, but I don't really want to do it. Reminds you of Grunt birthday party mods in Halo. You drag the parents being less than socially aware. Well, they're just modern day parents, right? Bit harsh calling everyone out for being just like their peers. I like John Oliver. He did a very good I mean, I guess you probably could still call it a mockumentary, but it was really more of a documentary. From the like, it was all factual. It wasn't like he was pulling up any facts, but the interviews were. The interviewees were definitely made aware of the fact that he was going to ask them the questions and appear to be an idiot, more so than usually appears to be. Probably so they didn't get frustrated because he was reaching out to some high-level government officials. But there's 3-part series on the Australian gun control reform. Yeah, this is hyper. Doesn't feel like Max Curse for some reason. It's because I'm a programmer. Yeah, let's go magic wand then. Yeah, I just think it was really good. It addressed a lot of questions that everyone always says why you can't have gun control and all these other reasons and blah, blah, blah. And, yeah, it was a good watch. I want to push Tome more than Wand, or do I want to try and get Wand up? I don't need to evolve Wand. Let's get all the other things up first then. Australia needs guns. How else are we going to defend against the zombie spiders the size of Labradors? I mean, if you watch anything about the Emu Wars, you'd probably agree we don't need guns. Or more so, we probably shouldn't have guns. Spiders the size of Labradors. They're only the little ones, though. It was fun to read about. Extra credits in the extra history had a good I think they did a 2-parter on it. I can't remember. A lot of the stuff on it. I mean, it's one of those things like The Simpsons. I didn't really care. I thought at the time people were too sensitive, but I guess it was just some foreshadowing. But a lot of my school friends were highly upset about the way Australia's portrayed in The Simpsons. It was completely inaccurate. But when you see something about the Emu Wars, it's like, yeah, I can understand why they would think that, but it's definitely one of those, just do some research. Kind of like the Ryan George pitch meetings on many of the children's movies. So it's like, oh, did you do any research? No. No, sir, I did not. It's the same as how, like, yeah, where Frankenstein in a lot of cartoons is often the name of the monster from the movie Frankenstein. Because for some reason these people that are writing this stuff have never read any literature. But the Emu Wars is a thing. Was a thing. War's a bit harsh. I don't think it was actually like a properly declared war, but yeah. Yeah, that monster Frankenstein. Clearly you did not read the book. One of the best... I can't remember the opening line. But the image is, it's someone, I think it's from a Facebook. I think the original is from like a Facebook timeline, but the original was probably copied from somewhere else because, let's be honest, no one on social media has ever had an original thought. And they, I don't know, I can't even remember if it's a picture or if they quote something about The Great Gatsby. And the next reply is a line that does sound a little bit pretentious, you know, and the original poster like digs into them about it, you know, and they're like, it's the first line of the book. To which they're like, oh, I haven't read the book, I was just, yeah. And whenever I see that in one of the top 10 whatevers or something, I always have a bit of a giggle. But yeah, for some reason I can't remember the first line of the book. Maybe it wasn't The Great Gatsby. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, that's a lie. In my younger, more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, he told me, just remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. So they didn't use the entirety of that. Their response is, remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. Because it must be some rich kid posting something about literature trying to be smug, but they haven't even read the book. Hey Demonstrate, how you doing? You got 4 hours in? Yeah, that's gonna make you feel bad, that's a bit too long for now. Do you go anti-sleep? Yeah. Wind it up a little bit. The other one's Jekyll and Hyde. People get backwards. But Frankenstein's probably the biggest. I think Frankenstein would have to be the biggest offender, right? Call me Junior, Dad. Indiana was the duck. Two of the balls drinks that people always seem to have at LAN parties in the early 2000s. Were they canned in the early 2000s? Dr. Hyde, yeah, and Mr. Jekyll, because Jekyll's clearly, like, his name Jekyll, he's clearly the monster dude, right? Is Jolt Cola still a thing? I think it is. I think that's probably the earliest recollection I have of like higher energy drinks. I don't know if did that have other stuff in it, or was it just like just a massive amount of, I was going to say sugar, but if it's an American, it's just really pumped full of that high glucose corn syrup. Was Jolt just super caffeinated? Because that became like that energy drinks went a different way with all the extra proteins and stuff in them, right? Or are they just probably just amino acids. But Jolt was before energy drinks, yeah. Balls was as well. Not familiar with Balls. I mean, no king shame, you do you, but yeah, sloping down on some balls is just not my thing. Well, Jolt's that old. I definitely don't remember it from there. And then, early 90s maybe. Would have been early 90s, yeah. They relaunched Jolt in early 2000s, really big cans. That would have been probably when, that would have been with the energy drink thing, because that was the energy drink thing. It was the, I don't know what size it would have been anywhere else but the 500ml cans. It's like V and Red Bull have the little cans. You know, it was supposed to be the idea of it's concentrated, so you're only supposed to have one. But we're going to sell them in a convenient 4-pack and advertise them with just you and a friend, so obviously you're having 2 each. And one of the biggest issues was that, like, there's not much drink there. Which isn't too bad, because sometimes, like, I think it was different. Like, now I find a can, if I just want a nice cold drink, like, or, something, a bit of sugar, a bit of soft drink or something, can's probably just a little bit too much. They're probably those little V cans and the Red Bull cans are too small. Whereas the big 500ml can, it's like an extra third of a can. Plus, it's an energy drink. usually still prefer just something simple like a Gatorade or a Powerade though as a drink over the bubbles. I think mainly because the Gatorade you can get in have the bigger bottle and it doesn't go flat. And the wider bottle top, easy to drink out of. You drink Gatorade at the gym? All the sports scientists and first year med students are like screaming internally at that sentence. I see. I used to know a couple guys that they had their milky protein shake they would drink during their workout at the gym, and they just for years they just thought it was, the feeling of wanting to throw up and being like extremely nauseous. They just associated with working out. Apart from being told that they shouldn't be doing that by multiple people many times, they completely oblivious to the fact that no one else would drinking protein shakes while working out. Reasonably smart guys too. Get out of my circle, Medusa. Thank you. Has there been any balancing to the game? Nah. You don't balance a game like this. You just add more shenanigans. There's been some more shenanigans added, but overall, the game's been designed to be played and won, and that's what you do. You play and you win. Well, I mean, you play and you get yourself in a winning position, then you wait 15 minutes. Wasn't even clicked on the game. Almost died. The G Fuel. Yeah. I think a lot of it's to do with what you can get away with in fine print. Or where the requirement to, you know, what is actually meant by when you say make a bold claim of some sort of performance enhancement, what that actually means versus what, you know, backing you need to have from a legal standpoint. That, you know. Plus nowadays, having your company located somewhere other than, you know, where you need to be selling so that you can just make those claims. Alright, Valkyrie. Have a great pizza, man. I'm probably going to be wrapping up soon. Poe. Maybe axes, like, maybe axes are good in this sort of case just to push everything out a little bit. Kind of using the knives for that now. I mean, the blue wand does a little bit to sort of push things out. We're getting chonka. Yeah, wand definitely does a decent job in this. I think wand here does a better job than... I like the weapons that target something. Like, there's definitely more damage output in numbers from things like Evolved Cross or even regular Cross. What else? What am I thinking of? Oh, Fire Wand. But I don't think doing damage to the enemies much further out, like towards the edge of the screen or even halfway from my little circle and, you know, the edges matters as much. Whereas the stuff like the wand going to the nearest target or the bone and the cherry bombs that bounce around inside the circle, you know, really strong. Why am I picking it up this far? I'm gonna have to wait for him to use his revival. Come on. I need to unspec out of revival. I wonder if I can quit at that stage and it still counts as a win. Yeah, okay. I mean, definitely more enemies. I saw someone the other day get like 70,000 enemies killed. I'm like, wow, that's heaps. I can't remember even breaking 50 when I was really pushing it. But it turns out that 70 is probably standard now if you tried to kill more. Standing inside a table with Rune and Bones is hilarious. Yeah, I've seen the video of the Rune sitting still. Almost just looks like it's just vibrating. Which is funny, like it looks like a square, like a diamond vibrating, but it's actually it's like a couple of the triangles back to back. All right, so that's about it really. So that was max curses on Poe. I don't really see the point of doing max curse on someone else. I look forward to coming back to these every time they put a little something out. Gives me a reason to play a couple games, but you know, 3 games up, 3 games won. That's about it.